that I am not talking shit. I am not being a J.O. and however you want to call me or whatever you want to call me. I have 67 passes on this setup. I can honestly say that I've probably made more passes than any other 18 Mustang owner in the country. And why do I say that? Is because there's a lot of guys out there that are making a couple hundred more horsepower than I am. I would say about 200 more horsepower than I am, that are running 85 and they have a lot more work done to the cars than what they actually tell you. And you know, they might make their 2-3 passes and they break their records, but then that's it. They're real quiet after that. You don't hear nothing else after that.
Rolling, 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 keep rolling, 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 keep rolling, 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 keep rolling, 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 rolling.
So in this video, if you don't know me by now, my name is Michael Mack, and I'm going to tell you how much it cost me to go 1030 at 141 miles per hour, and it wasn't cheap, I'll tell you that. Alright, so the point of this video is to let you know how much it cost me to get to where I am right now at the moment. So the Vortech Supercharger kit that I am using, if you watch my previous videos, is a V3 JT trim tuner kit. This kit does not include injectors. This kit does not include anything for fuel management. It does not include anything, any kind of tuning device or tuning software. So that would all have to be purchased separately. So that base kit from Vortech is $5,942.99, and hopefully you don't live in California, because otherwise you're gonna have to pay tax on that. But there's plenty of other vendors that do have these kits that will include injectors in the kit, and also a booster pump, aka the BAP. So, and their prices are pretty much similar to the retail from Vortech. So I'll put a link in the description to one of those gentlemen that sells the kit that I have installed on my car. I think it's like this, I'm pretty sure it's almost identical pricing. It's like $59.42, I think, exactly what it is. So I'll put that link in the description, so if you want to check out the kit yourself. I'm pretty sure he like does the upgrade, which I did the upgrade also with the pulley. I'm running a 3.6 pulley instead of a 3.8 pulley. It's a little more boost. It's not much more. It's anywhere from like 7.5 to 9 pounds of boost pretty much at redline. So that's the kit I am running. So for fuel, I do not have a fuel system, but these are the fuel components that I am using in the car. I'm running Deechworks 95-pound injectors, what some people might abbreviate and say DW 95-pound injectors. Those retail for about $6.99. There also is two other choices that I would go with. Deechworks is definitely an awesome company. I would purchase their product, you know, not even questioning. You know, I would just buy their injectors again for another car, or for this car if I plan to upgrade and go bigger. But you also have ID, which is a great injector, but you know you're looking at maybe about $500 more, and then you have FIC. Those are the only two other fuel injector companies I would ever put in my own car. DW's definitely proven. They're starting to make fittings now. They're making fuel pumps for our cars. If you have a 18 or 15 to 17 or 18 Mustang, whatever it is, and you know they're you know a good company. They're always at events. They're around. They get back to you email wise. They'll answer your DMs on Instagram. They're pretty, you know, it's a good company to deal with. And so that's the injectors that I'm using. I'm running a BAP. It's called a booster pump. So now I directly purchased this from Vortech. Retail on it's $329.99. I'm pretty sure this is a plug and play unit. I mean, a monkey could put it in. There's no splicing of wires or anything. It's pretty much a harness that adapts to the fuel pump harness, and then you know you just pretty much put the booster pump in the middle of that. Everything plugs back in, and what the booster pump does is it boosts up voltage, so you know you could run you know, you could get more fuel to the motor, hence make some more power. It's, you know, some people don't believe in it, but it's been working for me so far. I think I have the kit on like 6,500 miles, and it's been working out great for me. So along with those fuel components, I am running on 93 pump gas, 93 octane, whatever you want to call it. I've thrown that VP Octanium in the car once before because I wasn't paying attention. I put 87 in the car. Didn't really see a big difference. That's really your choice if you want to do that. My goal is to go 9 seconds on pump gas. Not because I'm an idiot, it's because E85 isn't really readily available, and I don't have like $2,800 to buy a you know, for innovative fuel system at the moment. So I did dump a ton of money in this car, so I'm trying to do everything in stages. So we got that out of the way. And we have tuning. So what am I tuning my car with? Obviously, Rob from Palm Beach Dyno's tuning my car, or Ken, or whoever looks at my logs, whoever I send it to. Those are my guys. Those are always going to be my guys. I don't care if I wind up eventually buying a Hellcat, which would never happen. I would be contacting Palm Beach Dyno to tune my car. So what are they using to tune my car? My car is being tuned with HP tuner software, and we use the N gauge that is compatible with the HP tuners. The N gauge is $449.99. I bought that over at Palm Beach Dyno, so I'll put the link in the description below for the N gauge that I'm using. It's only good for HP tuners. It doesn't work with any kind of other software. And I purchased the gold package from Palm Beach Dyno, which was $749.99, which there's a lot of benefits over the silver package. They give you, you know, another fuel tune. They'll give you some trackside assistance. They're a little more responsive. Not that they're not responsive, but they're more attentive to you buying the gold package. And then they have the platinum package, which I think is about $1,200. I was really debating on doing that, and I just think it wasn't necessary for what I need right now. So I think every time that I need a tune revision now, that if I use all my credits up, I think it's like $100, which is totally worth it. But these guys are like phenomenal. They answer all my questions. I call there sometimes. I'll message them on Facebook. I'll even text Rob once in a while on his personal phone to break his chops. You know, so highly suggest Palm Beach Dyno. Yes, there's other tuners that tune these cars, and they make tons of power, but from my own experience and my drivability of my car and the amount of beating I put on my car, I wouldn't go with anybody else but Palm Beach Dyno. So big shout out to Palm Beach Dyno. I love you guys. So drivetrain. What is in my drivetrain suspension? So currently I am running Ford racing axles, which are made by G-Force. I thought I was getting the Outlaw G-Force axles, which is the same exact thing, not relabeled Ford. They sent me Ford axles. These are the best of the best. There's tons. I mean, there's another company that you could go with. You could go with Drive Shaft Shop, but from all the research I did and all the guys that I've spoke to that actually running very fast cars, everybody is running G-Force. They've had no problems with them. I know Drive Shaft Shop had issues where they were shearing bolts off and they were just having a ton of issues. So I highly suggest going Ford Racing Axle or G-Force, same company, same thing, same exact product. They are $16.94 shipped to your house. I think if you get them from certain companies, I think I got them from America Muscle, so I think it was $16.94 shipped to the house. I had them like 2-3 days. So that's the only thing I got going on with my drivetrain. Currently on a stock drive shaft. That's going to be one of my next things. Hopefully I'll have that by the October 20th call out. I think a drive shaft definitely plays a big part of you know, ET wise, mile per hour. It's lighter, it saves some weight. There's less rotational mass because it's not a two-piece anymore, so a drive shaft's important. So that's going to be one of my next purchases. Suspension wise, what am I running suspension? I am running a as pathetic as this sounds, I just got a BMR cradle lockout kit. There's been absolutely nothing else done to my suspension. Everything is stock. But I mean, I do have a set of BMR drag springs for the rear. And I currently just bought Viking Crusaders. I bought a bunch of I bought the BMR spherical low control arm bearings, the pressing ones, and I bought vertical links and a couple other things. So my suspension is going to be full BMR. I seen what I've 60 footed on stock suspension, and the stock suspension can definitely handle it, but it's been too inconsistent for me. So like I'll go out and I'll run like I'll have a 1.7, then I'll go for like a 1.69, and it's just like not a solid, it's not real consistency to my 60 foot. I think because the cradle has a lot of play in it. You know, all that rubber and everything going on. So when I add this BMR stuff, I'm gonna see if any change. I will let you guys know, because I'm really interested to see these drag springs and these Viking Crusader shocks, which are on the way, make a huge difference. I've seen guys going 1.4s, even some guys going 1.3s. So if I could get down to a 1.4, I can still trap my mile per hour. It should easily send me into the 9s in cool weather. That BMR cradle lockout, excuse me, I forgot to tell you, is $230. Not shipped, it's $230 retail on it. Guys, I'm a little slow, and as I'm editing this, I'm going, holy moly, I just totally forgot to put in that I have an AW Catback exhaust, so I'm going to slip this in the video right now. I apologize, I don't think this video is actually really that good. It's kind of boring, but I do have an AWE Catback exhaust. I have not put it on the dyno since I installed the Catback. I definitely picked up some power. I feel like it really uncorked the whole like exhaust flow. AWE is a great company. It's not a cheap exhaust. I think it was $14.49 plus shipping. It's quality. It's made in America. Would I buy another AWE product? Absolutely. Would I ever buy an AWE track edition exhaust? Absolutely not. It's extremely drony inside. It's very loud at cold starts. I feel like for no reason. There is two like 20-inch resonators at the H pipe, where the H pipe is, but it's just too loud for my liking. I'm eventually going to change this exhaust app, so I either want to go catless headers or I'm going to do the cat delete. So sorry about that, had to throw that in there. So my wheel and tire setup. I've had a lot of different wheels. I love welds. I hate welds. It's like a love-hate thing. Currently, for my drag pack, I hate saying drag pack, but my track setup right now is a weld 17 by 10 in the rear. Those retail for, I believe, $576 each wheel. Right now they're on back order. I think it's 6 to 8 weeks. They're custom made. You know, every order, it's not custom made, but everything's made to be ordered. So it takes some time, but there are some companies like American Muscle, I think LMR, and I think Lethal had them in stock when I was looking for them after I wanted to repurchase another set. So they're like $576 or whatever, $573, I'm not really sure. That's each wheel, that's not for 2 wheels. And I wrap those wheels in a Mickey Thompson ET Street R tire. Now, if you see my video, when I first used the trans brake, I was actually racing Stang mode. I just could not 60 foot for nothing. I think the best 60 foot of that day was like a 171, which is terrible on a trans brake nonetheless. And I swapped over to a ET Street SS, which is more of like a street tire. I suggest if you're going to run at the track, purchase yourself a Mickey Thompson ET Street R. I am running a 305/45/17, and those tires are $299 each. I purchase all my tires from Summit. They have really fast shipping, and takes I can order at 8 o'clock at night, and then I have them 2 days later at my door. So that's where I get them from. You can order them from anywhere you want, but Summit is just very reliable for me, and I know I'm gonna have them in 2 days. So fronts, my front tires, I was gonna bring them over here. I'm running a Raystar. Why am I running a Raystar? Because I've bought so many wheels, and I just did not have the money to buy the Weld RTS S71s to match my rear wheels at the moment, which I want to go to the Weld soon, because the Weld feels a lot lighter than the Raystar. And I'm not saying Raystar wheels are shitty at all. I actually like them. I hate when people call them poverty stars. Yeah, they're cheaper. Not everybody's bowling that they could just buy whatever they want. You know, if you're buying a drag pack of welds, you know, you're easily in it for like $3 grand without tires. So, and then with tires and everything, it gets very expensive. So I am running the Raystars in the front, and yes, I don't like them because they're a little heavier, and I hate the shank lug nuts. It's a pain to put on and off. The Weld use a conical, I think that's how you say it, a conical lug nut, much easier. You don't have to worry about lining it up perfect, and the shank, and it's a pain in the butt. And those Raystars are bracket. I'm pretty sure bracket. I think they were $230 each wheel. And those are wrapped in a Mickey Thompson Sportsman 26 by 6 by 17. Those are 193 each tire. So I am running a radial in the front, I'm running a drag rail in the rear, and the reason why is because my car is automatic. But I highly suggest, if you are running, you have a 6-speed car, buy yourself bias ply tires. It's a lot less shock on the drivetrain. People that run radials on an automatic, radials on a stick shift car tend to break a lot of things. They're a lot more violent off the hit. So if you're looking to buy, a drag pack, or you're looking to, you make some hits in Mexico with your friends or whatever you want to do, I would definitely suggest getting some kind of bias ply, which is a slick, because it's a lot less stress on the suspension and drivetrain wise. If you have a manual car, it's, a manual car is much more violent when you launch the car. So that pretty much basically sums up what I have done to the car. Oh yes, I'm sorry, I almost forgot. I have the JLT intake. It's like I would call it like a half intake. It just adapts the intake pipe that Vortech sends you to their adapter that attaches to that, and it puts a nice filter on it. Before, I was using a modified stock airbox, which was pretty restrictive. At the track, I would actually take out the filter out of the airbox. I would pick up like instantly like 3 miles per hour. Not even, weather depending, anything. It was pretty consistent, like 2.5 to 3 miles per hour. Every time I took the air filter out, that wasn't even an open blower. I still had the tube on the blower, which that tube actually gets hot from where it is underneath the hood. So the last time I went to the track, I ran an open blower. That was when I made that 140.9 mile per hour pass, yes. 10.3 at 140.9. I'm sorry, I said for 140.9. It's really 141, but 140. I don't want people to say, hey, you're lying, by that point. People get butthurt over that for no reason. But the JLT intake is great for the street. I would never run an open blower on the street, and I feel a difference ever since I actually installed it. I feel like the acceleration is faster, and it's a little more peppier. Like, I feel like I have more throttle response. So thank you for JLT. That's a great product. That that I'm pretty sure that kit works anywhere from 15 to 18 or 19, whatever you got now. So big shout out to JLT. That's $199.99, and I think their shipping is relatively cheap. I think it was like $10 to ship. So check them out. I'll put the link in the description below to that product, to that intake, whatever you want to call it. So I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you hit that subscribe button, and like I say all the time, there's a ton of videos coming. There's just so much gonna go on with the car, and I really appreciate when you leave comments. I really appreciate when you ask questions, and it's the point of this video is because I get a lot of questions pretty much daily about the setup I'm running and what I've done to the car, how much things cost. So I'm just gonna break it down for you. So thank you once again. Peace out.